That is going to bring me to the next law. Thou shalt pass gas because it's funny in any circumstance, even when it isn't supposed to be. All right, we all know my dad was rough around the edges. He was a pretty caring man. But this is what my dad would do. He would do this. He probably would have done this to anybody in the room. He would probably have done this. And then he would say this. There's a kiss for you. He would do that. He would just cut one and go, there's a kiss for you. He would do it to anybody. My poor grandma, who lived in Kentucky, one of the nicest, he probably would have done that to her. He did it to everybody. He didn't care who his audience was. He would do it to little kids. He would do it to babies. He would do it to old people. He did it to everybody. That was my dad. Well, the first time my brother-in-law ever met my dad was asleep on the couch. It was a weekend. My sister, mom, and I had gone out to dinner with Jeff. The first time I'd ever met Jeff. And so we come into the living room. Dad's on the couch. And we walk in. Mom's going to wake him up to introduce him to Jeff. Well, he rolls over and... And that was Jeff's welcome to the family. So my dad didn't have very many manners when it came to, passing gas. He just didn't care. Well, many people have asked me, what is my most embarrassing moment in my life? Well, I'm going to tell you it's this one. And it actually doesn't have to deal with me, it deals with my mom. In 1990, we went on a high school band trip to Washington, D.C. We had worked for 2 years to raise this money. Here we are, a bunch of little small town kids going to big city. I had never been to very many big cities in my life. So it was exciting. We were going to Washington, D.C. So we got on these two buses. We headed east, and every place we ate was a Shoney's. We ate Shoney's for breakfast. We ate it for lunch. We ate it for dinner because apparently that was the cheapest place to eat at the time, and it could feed 2 buses of high school kids. So it was Shoney's, Shoney's, Shoney's. Shoney's, Shoney's, Shoney's. So that's all we ate. Well, my mom always, this is one of her phrases, she goes, I'm a lady. I'm a lady. She always said, I want everybody to think that I'm a lady. So my mom acted all prim and proper, in person, and then at home she was kind of different. But she was like, I'm a lady. I'm a lady. Well, she had to share a room with other mothers of, other chaperones and other ladies. So my mom didn't want to let her guard down. So she was having some issues because Shoney's. And so she didn't want to let her ladyhood down in front of other people. So here we go to Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon, one of the most majestic residences of presidents, George Washington's home. We take a boat down the Potomac. It's interesting. Here we are, small town kids. I'm like, oh, we're going to see George Washington's house. And we get there, we go through the house, and we look at where his tomb, and we look at all the things, and it's just so exciting. Well, we're walking down this path, and there's this row of bushes. And so we're walking, and I kind of lose track of Mom. I'm like, where did she go? And kind of like in one of those murder mysteries, I get yanked behind these bushes. Like I hear this, get over here. So I get yanked through the bushes. Well, I'm like, what is going on, Mom? And this is what I hear. My mom let her ladyhood down. It doesn't stop there. Where she is standing by this row of bushes, there is an exit to a building. And a tour group is exiting just when she lets her ladyhood down. It doesn't stop there. As she notices there's a tour group coming out the door, my mom, instead of just graciously walking away like a lady, she does this. She goes, oh, look at this. Well, what she was telling me to look at was a trash can. My mom acted like George Washington himself had placed this trash can from 1973 in this path by this row of bushes. She acted like it was like the most majestic thing she'd seen that day. Well, that was the moment I was like, I'm out of here. I laughed and I laughed and I laughed, and I left the poor lady standing there admiring this trash can as the people who exit this building heard her ladyhood leave her. I will never forget that. This picture was actually taken before we boarded the boat back, and I'm sure she's given me a lecture or two about leaving her at a time she needed me the most. So that is something that I will always remember. Now,